Hey everybody, what's up and welcome back to my channel. So it's been a while since I've done like a sit down video with you guys and just talked about my postpartum. Is it even called postpartum anymore? I don't know. I know Bentley, I know my child's age. He's 15 months old. And I don't know if it's called postpartum anymore. I was told by a few people that like it can be up to 2 years after your child is born, so. I let you had I known it. Why don't you say so? Didn't even notice the punches left to roll it. You got to keep. Yes? Anyways, let's dive into it. But before I dive into it, I just want to say a big thank you to all of you amazing people for liking, commenting, subscribing. Like, I appreciate it so much, and you have no idea how much, but I appreciate it so much. So huge thank you to all of you guys, and I hope you guys like this video. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. Okay, so let's get into it. So if you are a frequent watcher, you will know that I suffered I had a few different types of things postpartum. So I had postpartum psychosis, and that lasted for about a month. If you don't know what that is, you can go back through my videos. I do explain it, or you can just Google it. And then it falls under postpartum depression, but it had a lot to do with my anxiety, which if you follow for a while, you'll know I have some crazy bad anxiety that before I even got pregnant, I honestly treated it like whatever, like that's life and everybody has to deal with these things and just suck it up pretty much, not knowing that like there were underlying things and underlying issues and ways I could fix it, I guess, if that makes sense. So cut to now, right? My son, like I said earlier, he's 15 months old. I just finished working out. That's why I'm dressed like this. But anyways, my son is 15 months old, and I am still having stuff, I guess, and I will get into it. Back before Bentley's first birthday, I went off of my antidepressants, or I guess my helpful pills. It's another way to call it. But I went off of them because, well, I ran out and my doctor wasn't in, and then I couldn't get in to see her when she was in, and they would only give me a few more extra pills until I could see my doctor, and I couldn't get in to see my doctor for 2 weeks, and I was only going to get 2 extra pills. So I thought I would just go off of them. Going off of them for me, I don't know if it's like this for everybody else, but for me personally, it was, I'm not a druggie, but to me it was like going through withdrawals. It was like going through withdrawals for me. It was really strong. I was nauseous. My head hurt. My whole body ached. I had constant chills. Like I needed to sleep a lot. I just like was out of it. I had these insane mood swings. So it was really rough. And so I decided like, I don't want to go back on those because I don't want to go through that again. So I was off of them before Bentley's birthday. I'd say like probably 2 weeks before his birthday. And by his birthday, I was done with withdrawals, and I thought I was doing fine. And I was doing fine until probably, say like my 3rd week back to work. So like the last week of October, I went back to work October 15th. So my 3rd week back to work was when I kind of started to notice signs again. Like I was having mood swings. I was lashing out. I was getting really upset with Bentley for no reason. Of course, taking most of it out on Bryce, which he doesn't deserve because he's such a wonderful guy. And then I was also having thoughts of it would just be easier if I wasn't here. You know, this is all my fault. I was even having thoughts of like, this wasn't what Bryce wanted. And then I was just being really, really hard on myself, I guess is another way to put it. But see, that's how I used to think about it, right? But now I know. I was having a really, really hard time focusing on anything, like in general, just like I would bounce around constantly on things and not sleeping, and I like hardly ate anything, And then, yeah, like I was depressed, I was sad, I was miserable. And so I called my doctor and I just said, like, can you tell me that I'm not crazy? So I told her all the things that were going on. And Bryce had asked me to talk to my doctor as well. He's like, you are going back here. We're not going forward, we're going back. So I went and I talked to my doctor and she was like, it does sound like you still have some severe anxiety. Doesn't it, like, it seems like it's a little bit calmer, but your anxiety is still there quite a bit. But it also kind of sounds like you've got a little bit of depression. And she had suggested like going back on the pills, and I just said, like, I don't want to be on these forever. I want to learn how to cope and deal with this without being on medication. That's just me personally. I have nothing against medication. Seriously, I have nothing against it. But just me personally, like, I didn't want to be on these forever. I wanted to learn how to cope without medication, and I didn't want to go through the withdrawals again. So she said, look, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to send you a referral to a counselor, because the person I was speaking with before I got pregnant with Bentley and after, we had kind of like fallen out of touch a while ago. And so she gave me a referral to someone, and she said, I'm going to put you on this really, really light dose. It's 0.05, so it's like hardly anything, to see if it helps you out at all. She's like, I understand not wanting to be on them forever, and I understand that you don't want to go through withdrawals, but we need to do something, because like lashing out is not good for anybody. And my stress level, of course, like when I'm back at work, my stress level is high because I'm in a management role, and stress in general right now because like planning my wedding and my sister's getting married as well. So it's just like a lot of stress right now. Yeah, it's been a little bit tough. So as of now, actually, we gotta rewind. After I had Bentley, along with like my postpartum, basically depression, anxiety, my anxiety took a whole new role, like a whole new meaning. It took control over my body to, I had fears of leaving Bentley. Like, I couldn't leave Bentley. And it wasn't not trusting the people I was leaving him with. It was my fear, and my mom guilt was so insane. Like, I had literal panic attacks and like would be gagging at the thought of leaving him with anybody. And like I said, I trusted all these people that he would have been left with before I got pregnant. God, before I got pregnant, I thought I knew so much. Like, I had this plan. I had this huge plan, like when I had kids and what I was going to do after and on my year off. And like, it changed. So much of it changed. And you don't expect postpartum. I mean, nobody really knows. Like, postpartum psychosis is very rare, or not very rare, but like it's common, but not as common as like just general depression. And so, yeah, it was such an unexpected time for me, because I didn't expect that, and I didn't expect the fear of leaving Bentley with anybody. And like I said, it wasn't that I didn't trust these people. It was that I'd physically get nauseous and be gagging and like have an anxiety attack, and my throat would start to close. I'd freak out. And my mom guilt was also in there a lot too. And I just want to be the best mom possible for him. I want to be like I want to be the best mom possible. But what I didn't realize is, obviously, to be the best mom possible, you need to have a break. And to keep your relationship alive, you need to have alone time, like you two. These are all things that the first year of Bentley's life, like I couldn't do it. I've gotten better where I've left Bentley with people while I've gotten my hair done, and he stays at home with his dad when I go to the city. And he stays with his grandma when we're in the city, and his dad and I will go into the city and do our thing for a bit. But I'm getting better, but I'm still at the point where like overnights is like a no. That's something like no. And like for a whole day, I don't know how he would do, and I don't know how they would do. Bryce and I worry about certain things. Like, we do things a certain way with Bentley because he's been a tough baby, right? And so we do what works. We use a weighted sleep sack because that's what works. I like weighted things as well, so maybe he gets that from me. And we use a sound machine with white noise because that's literally what works with 90% of babies. And we don't know if they'll respect that and do that. And he doesn't typically do too well without that. But sometimes he will sleep without those things. Like, I don't know. Just, we get in our own heads. I like to think we're good parents, but sometimes I'm like, are we? So anyways, I am currently working with my counselor on being comfortable with leaving Bentley for like a whole day with somebody, or like half a day. And I'm working with my counselor to work on my anxiety and to work on triggers, because it's like everything I knew while I was pregnant, going to my counselor and talking, it's like all of that flew out the window, and I have no idea what I'm doing. I don't know what my triggers are. I don't know why I get so upset. Like, I don't know. Like, I'll get upset over the dumbest thing and lash out over the dumbest thing, and it doesn't matter. And I mean, that's not postpartum related, right? That's my anxiety. That's me. And that's something I want to work on. So there's just all these things I want to work on. But since having Bentley, I'm still, I'm back on medication, a very, very light dose, like I said. And I'm going to a counselor again once a week, just over the phone, right? Very convenient because of COVID. And I'm working on things. I have things that I'm working on, and some of it is still classified under postpartum, and some of it is just me, but things about me that I didn't realize before I got pregnant. Like, if you go back, if you've been a follower, you'll know that when I got pregnant with Bentley, not long into it, I had high stress levels, but I also was diagnosed with severe anxiety and was put off work for fear of miscarrying. And I always just thought a lot of the things that are classified as my severe anxiety, I just thought, you know what, I'm being a wimp, or it is what it is, I just gotta suck it up, or just like terms people use to like basically suck it up and get over it and move on with your shit, is what I would use for what I was going through, not knowing that it's something I need to work through, and it can ease up, it can get better. So I'm just working on it. That's an update for you guys. That's what's going on. I am back on medication. I'm going to a counselor, and I'm still currently working on myself. I'm working on dealing with these things. I haven't had psychosis again. My depression is like very, very light. I think it's not even that bad, honestly, compared to what it was. Like, I don't feel the thoughts of not being here anymore. I don't feel like it's all my fault. I don't feel like this isn't what Bryce wanted. I don't feel like I ruined his life. I don't feel like it would be better if I wasn't here, if I disappeared. And trust me, those thoughts, they were bad. But I don't feel that anymore. So, I mean, now I just mostly worry about what would happen if I wasn't here. So it is getting better. But as for the postpartum stuff, that's my update. That's what's going on with me. If you've been following my journey, if you are somebody who is pregnant or you've in your postpartum journey, just know that the experience is different for every single person, and it's different for every single pregnancy, and there is absolutely nothing wrong with you. Like, you are not broken, and you are not a mental case. Your hormones are raging right now. They are raging, and they are doing some weird shit. Okay, they're just deciding to have a fun time with you. Okay, so talk to your partner, talk to your friends, talk to your family, talk to your doctors. I'm not saying medication is the way, but I'm also not saying it's not the way. I am neither for nor against medication. I personally would like to be able to handle my stuff without medication, but I knew that I couldn't. So I am back on medication. There are different types, there are different options, but don't be ashamed. Reach out, get help. If you ever want to talk to me, send me a message. You can private message me. You can private email me. You can send a thing down below with a way for me to contact you, and I will contact you if you want to talk about it, if you have questions, whatever. But There is nothing wrong with you. You are not a bad mom, and you're doing amazing. So just know that. I hate reading and seeing bad stories. I was somebody who was in a bad spot. I'm going to tear up thinking about it. Because I was in a really bad spot. I was having a really hard time. And I have amazing friends in my life who got me through it and who would just listen to me when I needed somebody to listen to me and not make me feel like I was crazy. So even people who you don't know or you're not close with can really make a huge difference when it comes to this stuff. So just know that. So anyways, that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you for watching. Short, sweet, to the point. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Like I said, questions, comments, concerns, anything, leave it down below. Private message me, private email me. I hope you guys are all staying healthy and safe. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up / like button on your way out, as well as hitting that subscribe button. And yeah, hope you have a happy new year.